Wade, hey, congratulations on your new film. Don't Tell Mom the Babysitter's Dead.
Thank you so much, Gig. Appreciate that.
No, I appreciate you remaking this film. This is one of my favorite films in the past. Brings a lot of nostalgia for myself. But what initially drew you that you wanted to direct this movie?
The script, I mean, I didn't write the script. Chuck Hayward wrote a phenomenal script, and I read it and just fell in love with these kids, fell in love with the zaniness of the story. Of course, I was familiar with the original because it's my time too, but it wasn't something that I held very precious. So I think in that sense, also because I didn't hold it so precious, I wasn't as nervous about being like, yeah, let's just see what happens.
Now, of course, a lot of people will hear about this film, and the very first question they will always ask themselves is why is there a reboot?
Yeah.
Why do you think, this needed to be rebooted, in your
Yeah.
opinion?
Well, first of all, I'll say that I totally hear them on reboots and remakes in general. Recycling art is not necessarily good for society. But I also will say at the same time, specifically for this movie, this story just works better black, right? I mean, this story was always about young kids who were forced to be adults before their time. And we know that's ubiquitous for young black kids. So for me to be able to put a black center, a black family at the center of this story just was kind of a no-brainer because it was like, oh, we can actually go deeper with it. And then what Chuck wrote, he wrote a sibling love story, and so I was just really excited as the oldest of four to be able to go into something that felt personal.
Now, tell us how you want to carefully craft this film, retelling it with more black jokes from a black perspective, and so on, and crafting it to make it your own.
Yeah. Well, I think it's really just about having people that sound like us. It's really as simple as that. You kind of have these characters that are our family, my family, Chuck's family, and just have them speak as the way that we speak and have them interact in the way that we interact. And that's how you make it sound authentic.
And what about refreshing the babysitter's role? Because I know June is so delightful and such a I don't want to say such a villain in this
Yeah.
case.
Yeah, well, I think, in the original pitch that Chuck had with the producers, there was a line that's in the movie still that he had in his pitch, which is, we got a dead white lady in our house. People have been lynched for far less. And I think that was the moment that people were like, oh, this actually is a deeper thing. When you have these young black kids who are dealing with this old white dead lady's body, and all of a sudden the stakes feel higher. But at the same time, for me, I came in with like wanting it to feel kind of like Ferris Bueller, right? Where it's like, you're never worried about these kids. They're going to be able to get away with it. The whole point is to be able to have this fantasy for young black kids to be able to skate by, which, in reality would not have been true, is not true in the world. But why can't we get some kind of John Hughesian buoyancy also?
And what about updating this for the new generation? You have to a lot of things have changed since the 90s itself, and you want to tell the story to the younger crowds of today.
Yeah. It's funny that you say that because I think, again, I'll come back to Chuck and just say that I think he wrote a phenomenal script that, and had a lot of that Gen Z speak in there, I guess you can say. But the truth is my sort of edict to all the department heads was like, let's not worry about being hyper contemporary. Let's not worry about being super nostalgic. Let's just do what feels right to us. And in that sense, it will feel timeless. Because I think if you chase, a moment, especially when things are moving so fast today, by the time the thing comes out, you end up feeling like it's not of the moment anymore. And if you try to make it like jokes that feel so hyper contemporary, they will feel dated already. So like, from the clothes to the words, it was always like, let's just do what feels right to us and not try to chase anything.
Well said. Well, Wade, thank you very much for carrying this conversation with us. This is such a refreshing type of film, and people are going to love it.
Thank you so much, kid. Appreciate it.